Now, I noticed this morning there are a couple new TV ads going up. One from your campaign, one from your opponents, and both address the record of your opponent, Commissioner Kirkpatrick. Now, she is currently the county commissioner and running for a full term. How do you think you could better serve Clark County, better serve Southern Nevada as a county commissioner, as opposed to what it seems like Commissioner Kirkpatrick is doing right now?
There's no doubt that she has a history of being a lawmaker in Carson City, and there's a lot to be said for that, because there's a lot of things that we're relying upon because of that history. I can say this: I am the guy here on the ground. I've been doing local government for 11 years. My constituents see me every single day. They know exactly the kind of work that I do. I've got a great communication link with my constituency. We're communicating two ways all the time. Everyone has my cell phone number and doesn't hesitate using it. So that's what I think this kind of service is all about. That's what this level is. It's not the same as being in the legislature. When you're serving 4 months out of the year and then sitting on a couple of interim committees in the meantime. I'm doing this every single day, and I'm looking forward to doing it at Clark County as well.
Mm-hmm. Now, I did take a look at both ads, and there were some charges. One being about budget cuts, particularly what the state had to go through in 2011. Do you think the governor and the legislator just didn't try hard enough at the time in terms of solving our fiscal problems without those budget cuts? And what kind of lessons do you think it should teach us in terms of what we need to do going forward to invest in our infrastructure?
When someone runs for office, they are taking upon them the charge of making difficult decisions and difficult choices for the betterment of the community.
Yeah.
What the legislature did when it came to education and those cuts did what? It put us 50th in the country. Our education system is challenged, and I hold the legislature solely responsible for not funding the education system in this state better. Northern Nevada counties, I understand, get more dollars than we do here in Clark County. And that's just wrong. There's 2 million people that live in Southern Nevada, and we need to focus on that. So whatever the budget cuts, education should not have been cut. In fact, every session of the legislature, they should be focusing on doing more and more to boost up the education in Southern Nevada.
Now, I know some folks have since countered, well, 2011 was really tough. We were just recovering from the Great Recession. Look at what we did last year with the tax deal and our historic investment in education. Doesn't that make up for it?
I haven't seen the results of that yet, and I know it doesn't make up for it. It doesn't make up for legislative sessions over and over and over again, cutting teachers' salaries, cutting budgets at school district levels. It doesn't make up for it. One good session does not make up for all the bad ones that occurred that put us in this position that we're in today in regards to education. Fortunately, we at the City of Las Vegas are working hard to work with the school district on several education initiatives that the mayor's more part of than I am, but that's how serious we take our initiatives. I've created a youth council out here in the Northwest. I represent 4 high schools. I've got a 5th high school, Palo Verde, that's in Councilman Beers' ward. These are students that are our future leaders, and I've included them in civics and what their local government does, and it's great to see them blossom. So I'm trying to do my part. But I don't think that the past legislative sessions have done education any good.
Yeah. Now you've brought up something that we've been dealing with for years, which is funding inequities. Even though Clark County has over 70% of the state's population and generates over 80% of the state's tax revenue, we don't get nearly that much back. And
tax revenue goes north.
Yeah, there are some obvious reasons why. It seems like it's been exacerbated for certain reasons. What do you think Clark County can do to address that issue and make any dents?
Clark County's got to work harder on persuading the leadership at the legislature to do what's right, instead of cowering to all of their attempts. And I'll show this with you. When I first got elected in 2005, I sat down with the city manager and all the department heads, and we're getting ready for the next legislative session. Yeah. And we were playing defense. And I'm thinking, why are we getting in a defensive posture? Because the legislature every year tries to do something that's bad for the cities and for the municipalities. That's wrong. That's not leadership. That's not working together as a community or a state. We can do better than that in Southern Nevada. We can work with those lawmakers that are here in the South and say, look, there are huge inequities. Our tax dollars are going to Northern Nevada. Let's focus on home for a little bit. I mean, we know we have to do what's right for everybody in the state, but you're right. We carry the burden. Southern Nevada carries the burden for the state's budget.